Hello everyone, in this video we're going to talk about how we can convert between decimals and percents. So we're going to do this in both directions here. We're going to go percent to decimal, that'll be on examples 1 and 2, and then we'll do decimal to percent, which will be examples 3 and 4. So when we go from percent to decimal, we're going to remove the percent symbol, and then we're going to divide by 100 because percent means out of 100, right? Part of a whole, essentially. And so we're going to remove the percent symbol, and then we'll divide by 100. And then the other way around, decimal percent, we're essentially going to reverse those steps. We're going to then multiply by 100, and then we will add in the percent symbol. So when we multiply or divide by 100, you can use a calculator on this if you want. A lot of times multiplying by 100 or multiplying by 10, we're always taught, hey, let's add a zero if we're multiplying by 10. Or if I'm multiplying by 100, let's add 2 zeros. Well, what's really happening there is we're just moving the decimal place once to the right if we're multiplying by 10. If we're multiplying by 100, we're moving that decimal twice to the right. Let me show you an example. Let's say we wanted to do 6 times 10. Well, growing up, we're taught, hey, let's just add a zero, so that would be 60. Okay, that's true that to a certain extent, but what really is happening is this is like 6.0, and we are moving the decimal one place to the right. So now it becomes 60 with our decimal point to the right, so 60.0. So if we follow that logic, if I multiply, or when I multiply by 10, if I move the decimal once to the right, well, if we multiply by 100, we would just move the decimal twice to the right. So it was here, we went 1, 2, so we would say 6 times 100 would be 600. Okay, so now let's think about that the other way. What if I divide by 100? Well, if I multiply, I move the decimal to the right. If I divide by 10, I move the decimal once to the left. If I divide by 100, I would move the decimal twice to the left. So when we're talking about multiplying and dividing by 100, we can think about moving the decimal 2 places to the right if we multiply, and 2 places to the left if we divide, and that'll make these calculations a whole lot quicker. Okay, so let's delete this, and let's get in with our examples. So number 1 is 67%. So we're going to remove the percent symbol, so we'll put it at 67. So this would be like 67.0. We're going to divide by 100, which means we're going to move this decimal place 2 places to the left. So this would be 0.67 as our decimal. Okay, number 2 is 9%. So this would be like 9.0 when we remove the decimal, or excuse me, we remove the percent symbol. And now we're going to divide by 100, so let's move the decimal 1, 2 to the left. But now notice here we have this open loop. Well, we're going to fill any open loops with zeros. So this would be 0.09, and we have this 0 here at the end, but we don't have to write that. That would simply be a placeholder. And so we can write 0.09 as our decimal. That is the same as 9%. Okay. Number 3, we have a decimal now, 0.36. So we're going to multiply this by 100, and then we'll add in our percent symbol. So dividing by 100 went to the left, multiplying by 100, we're going to go to the right. So this is 1, 2 to the right, so this is 36, and we're going to add our percent symbol. So 0.36 would be 36%. Okay. Number 4, 0.7 repeating. So for this one, we do have a repeating decimal, so let's just extend it out just a little bit. Okay, so we know that would continue on and so forth. So now let's move our decimal twice to the right. So 1, 2. So that's going to be 77.7, and we'll put our repeating bar over that last 7. And this would be our percent. So 77.7 repeating percent. Okay, and that's how we can convert between decimals and percents.